Welcome back to the Westmoreland Sports Network for our Recruiting Thursday feature, brought to you by Sendell Volkswagen in Greensburg. We would love to meet you. Jack Ridenour here with you, and I'm now joined by current Greater Latrobe wrestler and recent Seton Hill wrestling commit, Jacob Braun. Jacob, first off, thanks so much for joining us today, and congrats on your commitment. How does it feel to have this decision made and this weight taken off your shoulder?
It feels great. It allows me to focus on my academics and my athletics. It was something I was really struggling with not having done before the season, so I felt like I had to get it done.
Well, good thing on you for getting it done and being able to enjoy the second half of your season for sure. But I want to get into that decision and what led you to wanting to go to Seton Hill. I mean, what was it about the school and the program that drew you there?
Well, I mean, the new coaches, obviously, like Coach DeAugustine, Coach Shaw. I really enjoy the program that they have there, and obviously, I kind of wanted to go to school close to home. Maybe so I have all my family members around; they can come to my matches and stuff like that.
Well, what were some other schools that were on your radar? They were kind of in the mix with Seton Hill during the recruiting process.
Well, most of them were in Erie. I visited Mercyhurst, Gannon, Penn State Barron, and then I was also talking to West Penn.
Oh, very good. Very good. Well, it's nice that you had some options. You had, different places that were calling and were curious about your status and whatnot. What do you plan on majoring in at Seton Hill?
I plan on an undergraduate in biochemistry, and then afterwards going into lead comp for osteopathic medicine.
Wow, very cool, very cool. Well, definitely a lot on your, like you said, you were, had a lot on your plate before you made this commitment. You'll have a lot on your plate when you go to Seton Hill, but I know that you can definitely handle it. But I want to get into kind of the here and now, because a unique thing about you and being on the Greater Latrobe wrestling team, you get to wrestle with your brother Lucas, which I don't think many people can say that they've got that experience, right? Being able to wrestle with, a sibling. I mean, what's that like, sharing the wrestling room with him and just being able to be around him more than just when you're at home?
Well, I mean, it's great always having a practice partner to go to, or someone to bring you up when you're down, and someone you always have to cheer on. I think it really helps bring the family aspect to me and my brother, and then the team as a whole. I think we really help bring the whole team together with that brother aspect.
Well, how much of an influence has he been in your life and just in wrestling, kind of being that, like you said, that always constant wrestling partner to keep pushing you forward?
I guess it always keeps me excited, and always keeps me willing to go to practice. He'll keep me into it. I'll be tired one day, I don't want to go. He'll help me get the will to go to practice and get better every day. And I guess it just makes me feel more at home at practice.
Now, do you ever find that at times it might be hard for you and your brother to maybe, shut things off when you leave the wrestling room and you leave the mat when you go home? Or do you guys do a pretty good job of leaving business at the office?
Well, I mean, it definitely gets competitive sometimes. I think he wrestles his best matches against me, and I think I kind of do as well. But I think we do a pretty good job once we get home of getting rid of that tension and just being back to being brothers, I guess.
Yeah, it's important to kind of have that switch, being able to, leave everything at school and in the wrestling room, and being able to, like you said, enjoy being brothers. But I'm glad that you had previously mentioned your soon-to-be head coach, Vince DeAugustine, because I know you wrestled against him in high school when he was at Hempfield. Now you'll have the opportunity to wrestle for him. How excited are you to wrestle for him and just be a part of his team with how well respected he is?
It's really exciting. When I saw that he became the head coach, it immediately made Seton Hill one of the top schools for me. I think he has a lot to offer for the program, and I think he knows a lot about me already. I mean, he's wrestled against me a couple of times, and he knows my strengths, he knows my weaknesses, so he can help me work on my weaknesses and help me better arrange my strengths for wrestling.
Yeah, it's always nice to have somebody in your corner that is kind of, aware of what you're able to do and where you need to continue to improve because, when you have that outside opinion, it can always kind of be a little added, boost, if you will, for getting yourself a little bit better in wrestling. But I know that wrestling also teaches you a lot about discipline, a lot about hard work. I mean, I remember when I was in high school watching the wrestling team and the conditioning that they would do was pretty intense. I mean, what has this sport taught you about yourself and just what you're able to overcome?
I guess it's just kind of taught me that like, and if I think I can't do something, like really, it's just all in my mind. I like, especially this year. I mean, like I've been down on myself before in the past, and I'm just like I'm kind of just like letting it go because it's my senior year. I got nothing left, so I'm just kind of leaving it all out there.
Well, how much or in what ways do you feel that play or being a wrestler is going to help you in your future career? I mean, being in the medical world is always, a very challenging thing, and obviously a lot of work has to be put into that. So how do you feel that, your time as a wrestler can help you out down the road later on?
I think it's really gonna help me with like discipline, like getting my studies done, getting everything I need done before I do like the fun stuff and like the stuff that I want to do. Like I do think that education comes first, and wrestling definitely helps me like keep me dialed in, keep me focused, and I think I definitely need that to go into medical school. So
Well, it's always very good to stay disciplined and kind of be able to prioritize those things, right? Making sure you get all the work done before you go and have that fun and enjoyment. But I want to get back into this season because I know it's a pretty young team and you're kind of seen as one of the leaders this year on this team. So where have you seen your skills as a leader grow and really kind of come to surface level, if you will, during this season?
well, I think mainly in the practice room. I mean, as a young team, I think we're working really hard. We're working way better than I expected us to, but I do think there are some things that you can tell that we're young and that we're working on that. But yeah, I definitely think in the practice room, like me bringing the whole team together, along with Will and Joseph, just keeping everyone like dialed in on our end goals.
Well, I know that last year you were a WPI AL qualifier. You finished in seventh place, and I'm sure a good finish, but I'm sure a finish that you would like to maybe have back or get a little bit higher. What do you need to do to improve on that and try and get a higher finish this season?
Well, I think just kind of keep me like focused in on like the match that's going, like really like slow it down. I think I was going a little too fast last year, just like focusing on like two steps ahead. And I'm this year I think I'm just gonna mainly just focus on the move that's going on, one move at a time, and just getting through each guy as it goes along, not worrying about the finals or anything like that, just working on the match that I have and then the next and the next and the next.
That's a great mentality to have. Kind of stay in the present, right? Stay in the here and now and not worry about what's to come because you don't know what's gonna be next. But Jacob, it's been great to have you on Recruiting Thursday. Before we let you run, just want to hear from you. I know we've kind of gotten a little glimpse into, the things that you're hoping to accomplish this year individually, but what are some things that you're hoping your team will accomplish before the end of the year and before you head off to college?
Well, I'm definitely hoping that we can be county champs again. That's this weekend. I'm excited for that, and I'm just hoping that I get another chance with my team to head to team states. I think that's always like the most fun that we can have as a team. It's always the things that I look back on. Like my sophomore year was the last time I went to team states. It was a great time, and I just want to do that again with my team.
Well, definitely a very exciting next few weeks for you and obviously weekend ahead for you as well, Jacob. Again, thanks so much for joining us today and congratulations on the recent commitment.
Yep, thank you.
That's Seton Hill wrestling commit Jacob Braun. As always, another fantastic edition of Recruiting Thursday brought to you by Sendell Volkswagen in Greensburg. We would love to meet you. Make sure you check out our other Recruiting Thursday features that are available on our YouTube channel. And as always, this is Jack Ridenour signing off, never saying a goodbye, just a see you later, right here and only on the Westmoreland Sports Network.